Why hasn't anyone developed a better mammogram machine? And if you have fibrous dense breasts, like I do, mammograms don't even show you everything. So they're still just guessing. You have to get an ultrasound or an MRI on them, and that is only if your insurance will cover it. Mine doesn't because I am under 40. I'm pretty confident that if it was a ballogram, the problem would be fixed pretty quickly. I didn't understand what women were saying was painful until I learned 3D mammography isn't standard. Obviously, I'm new to the scene. Awkward? Sure. Painful? No. I was just talking to my husband about this. His prostate exam is now a blood test. The colonoscopy is now a male and fecal sample, yet we still have to mash down our titties. I'd expect nothing less of the medical field, tbh. We have impressive sounding advanced technology, so why can't we do better than technology that feels outdated? Is a flawed way of thinking that people should really stop using. Science and technological development are not a monolithic, all-encompassing, and steady march towards an ideal best. Every field of science, even very niche ones like one field of medicine vs another field of medicine, has unique challenges, unique limits, unique resources, and a unique rate of progress. In this case, I want act like non-priority towards women's health isn't at least partially a factor. But there are many fields of medicine that are superficially a lot more behind than others. In many cases, we still treat cancer by essentially flooding people with poison or blasting them with radiation, for example, because oncology is extremely slow and challenging compared to other fields of medicine due to the complexity of its diseases. Ultrasound is better in that it's more accurate and more comfortable and uses no radiation. But it takes longer to do and generates a lot more data for evaluation, so it's quite a bit more expensive. By itself, it still isn't the best choice for general use. There is an active pipeline of research and companies trying to make it cheaper, faster, and better. Optoacoustic tomography is still working through FDA approval, but it will replace mammograms. It can get near the quality of an MRI at a fraction of the price. In early trials, it had a great success rate at detecting tumors. It works by shooting lasers at the tissues and the tissue rings, and you detect that using ultrasonic receivers. Pretty cool stuff. https://n.m.wikipedia.org Wiki multispectral optoacoustic tomography. To be fair, we have never once detected breast cancer on other planets or the ocean floor. Just read this a few weeks ago, something that can make the mammogram less painful. See now lifestyle.channel newsasia.com women memo since less painful mammograms. James Dyson Award 407,831. I just had my first mammo a day ago, and I was displeased how bad the squeezing was and that it actually hurt. They have, is just not yet readily available or covered by insurance in the US. Is a table you lie face down on with a sunken well for your boob to hang inside. There are tissue scanners in the well offering a 360 view of breast tissue. This article is from 2018 out of Knoxville.https. We don't use mammograms at all anymore in my country's healthcare. It's all ultrasounds. I haven't had a mammogram in 15 years, thankfully. Because women's health is not a priority for researchers. I want fur-lined cups. I'm not sure what the name is for the mammogram machine I had most recently, but it just spun around me in a circle with my arms held out with no squishing. It felt like the future. I was given a robe and sat in a waiting room with a waterfall and spa music beforehand in America. It surpassed my expectations from my previous painful and uncomfortable experiences at other hospitals. So I guess they have a better mousetrap now? Maybe they're just not common. Sounds like an opportunity for someone to invest their time into and develop a machine that does the work. Yeah, I'd be rich if you can make it work just as well, if not better, than the current tech. What's wrong with the Tit Clamper 9000? Actually, there's a blood test being developed that's more accurate than imaging on recurring malignant breast cancer. It's insurance-driven. There are other ways, but they cost more. Not related to the pain of a procedure, but think of MRIs. Outside of emergency situations, you generally need to get an X-ray CT done before insurance will cover an MRI. Technological development is not linear.